And look who's in the guest chair, one of my favorite people on the planet. One of the great Rams of all time. Here on the Rich Eisen Show in person, Tory Holt. How are you, Tory?
Hanging, man.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you, man.
Better to see you here. It really is. You're one of my favorite people.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We
established in the previous segment that you were one of the first NFL players I met as the host of NFL Network on the commercial campaign of being Rich Doesn't Suck, NFL Total Access, and I shot you footballs out of a Jugs gun in Atlanta, where the Falcons wouldn't let you in to the facility.
That's right,
because
Rich.
you were in enemy territory. You were a Ram. This was the days of the old NFC West.
Yeah.
Where the Falcons, for some reason, were sitting in the NFC West with the St. Louis Rams.
I wonder why I was standing out there so long.
It was because they wouldn't let you in the building. They would not.
They
didn't want you to go back to the Rams and tell all the secrets
right.
that Dan Reeves and Michael Vick were cooking up. Literally, that's how long ago it was.
Wow, that's a long time ago, man. Great times.
It is.
Really.
And now you're in town for the Sunday night game?
Yeah, in town for the Sunday night game.
Okay.
And really excited about watching the club. And just saw you guys had Von Miller on in the press conference. Mm-hmm. He seems excited. Hope he plays tomorrow. If he does, he'll be energetic. He'll be running wild. And so I'm really excited about that. And then my buddy Isaac Bruce gets his.
So he's getting his ring.
He gets his ring this
Sunday
weekend.
night.
That's right. Yeah, against the Titans. What better way to do that against a team that we played?
Because the Rams and Titans have
played them in Super Bowl 34.
Yeah, you played a big game.
We won that game.
I know. Yeah. Where were you on the sideline when it was all going down?
I was standing towards the end with this view.
The long view.
The long view.
Okay.
And
so you had no idea. If
myself, Isaac, and Stan Kroenke was right there. And Isaac, as positive as he is, we got this. They're gonna make the play. We winning. This
what he said.
This is what he's saying. Stan's pacing, and I'm looking like, okay, let's watch it. And then we watch it all unfold. And Kevin Dyson ran the little under route. Mike Jones had his eye on Kevin and Wycheck, I think, at the same time. Mm-hmm. And came up and made the play. And next thing I know, we were off to the races, to the football field. Confetti's going down and towels are up in the air.
Lives changing.
Lives changing. Changed my life forever. All of us.
So you were able to tell even from how far away you were that it was, or you just watched all your other teammates?
I just watched everybody else take the field because I couldn't see. I couldn't see. To me, from my vantage view, it looked like he may have scored.
Right.
But when I seen everybody else take off, we won. So I just took off, man, and then eventually saw that he was 1 yard away from scoring. But Mike Jones, man, the ultimate pro. When I first came into the National Football League, Rich, Mike Jones would be one of the first guys in the building every day. Sometimes he'd come in a suitcase or something like he had that kind of professionalism about him. And I'm saying to myself, if I can do that, if I can do what he's doing, get early, train, and get myself prepared, then I could be the type of pro that Mike Jones was. So it couldn't have happened to a better dude. He prepared for that moment and a great tackle. And it changed the trajectory of all of our careers.
And then Isaac Bruce is getting his ring for the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Sunday night. His Hall of Fame speech, Tory, I loved.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. First of all, his message. Secondly, he hardly said a word as a pro.
That's correct.
And he hardly ever chest pounded.
That's correct.
Ever. Not saying, get me the ball. He never chest pounded, get me the ball. And he never chest pounded, I am who I am.
Though inside he was saying, get me the damn ball.
And then he finally gets in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And he drops, how do you like me now?
Yeah.
And how did that land with you, his team?
I loved it because, again, Isaac is not the one to talk or boast.
Yeah.
Let his play do the talking. He can get nasty, though. If you try him, he can get nasty. And to me, that was an opportunity for him to say a lot of things that he wanted to say. And obviously, that was one of them. How you like me now. I think I tweeted it out. How you like me now.
So did I.
I
did not see, out of all the things going into that weekend, even with the number of speeches that there were, I would have taken, I didn't see on the Hall of Fame bingo card Isaac Bruce quoting Kumo D. I did not see that coming.
Me either.
I didn't see it. So he kind of surprised you with that.
Yeah,
line,
it showed me his depth of music. I know he liked music, but it certainly showed me the depth of his music talent. But I think all athletes have something that drives them. And for Isaac, we saw what that was. One of the reasons that drove him to become the player that he was. I I had the opportunity to watch a Hall of Famer daily from my rookie year till he left after our 10th year together.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a pro every single day. Again, same way I was talking about Michael Jones, I had the opportunity to see Isaac the same way, and I'm thinking if I can do half of what he's doing or more, I could be great. Marshall Faulk was in that building. Orlando Pace was in that building. Kurt Warner was in that building.
Yeah.
Brother Ray Agnew was in that building. So many. Todd Light was in that building. So many guys in that room, in that building when I came in as a rookie to learn from, and then to see Isaac, man. To me, I've always said he's the epitome of an athlete, professional athlete. He did it the right way. He did it with passion. He did it with intent. And, now we're champions, man. We go down in the history books forever.
No question about that. Yeah. And just lingering in the past for a couple more minutes with you, Tory Holt. Kurt's got his movie coming out, right? About this subject matter in his life. Do we know who plays you in the film?
I don't know.
Tory Holt?
I don't know, but I was asked several times on Twitter who should. I said Michael B. Jordan.
Of course.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, you got to go straight up the food chain to sexiest man
I'm going
alive.
the highest level.
You're not going to just go with any actor.
I'm going highest level right away.
Michael B. Jordan is Tory Holt.
It's Tory Holt. But I don't know who played, but I'll be curious to see how he moved, what he looked like. But shouts out to Kurt, man. What a storybook career. I can go another guy that I had the opportunity to see work and be around, and Kurt came in with great intention, and man, we rolled, bro. We rolled.
Torry Holt here on the Rich Eisen Show. What about the current team right now? It sure looks like they are set.
Yes.
And just in terms of, we're talking about Von Miller, and rightfully so, and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. On offense, Cooper Kupp just got named Offensive Player of the Month for a second straight month. What are you seeing from him that makes him so good?
He's fantastic. He's consistent. He's a pro. I had an opportunity to sit in the meeting room with those guys, and
what's that like?
He and Robert Woods are in the front. No different than how it was when I was in St. Louis with Isaac. We were up in the front. Notepads are out, pens are out. There's questions being asked. There's direction being given, and they're taking it. And then not only are they listening, they're going out and applying it on the football field. Cooper Kupp is that. He's hella athletic, 6'2". I don't know if people know how big Cooper Kupp is.
Yeah,
I think they think he's like 5'10", 5'11". No, he's 6'2", 200 plus pounds. Really, really good athlete. And he has the ability to get open. And he's very dependable in catching the football. He's on my all hands team, which I have my own all hands team.
Who's on that team?
He's on that team. Robert Woods is on that team. And Emeka Amizi from NC State is on that team. Okay. And then obviously moi is on that team as well. But yeah, I mean, Cooper Kupp is fantastic. And not only is he dependable catching the football he's now catching it long now. I think he has 5 or 6 catches for 40-plus yards, so he's extending the field.
Hugely done.
He's really good on third downs. He's good in the red zone. But what I love is the fact that they'll mix it up in the run game to create room for Darrell Henderson and Sony Michel, because they know the importance of that. If they're blocking well on the perimeter, there's longer runs, Rich. And then what that does is it sets up the play action pass and one-on-one situations for them in the passing game, which as receivers, we don't mind blocking. Now, I wasn't a Hines Ward type of a blocker, but I was a positional blocker. I would get in position and get a good block.
Okay.
But I knew the importance of doing that because it would set up the things that I wanted to do on the perimeter. And that's what you're seeing with Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and the emerging Van Jefferson and Ben Skowronek from Notre Dame, and his talent playing special teams. So this football team, wide receiver room, is in good shape, and it's led by good men in Woods and Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp, if not the best if not one of the best in the league, the best receiver right now playing in the game. He has a chance to go over 1,000 yards this weekend, Rich.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy, yo.
Which means he's got Calvin Johnson in his sights.
No doubt.
Even without a 17th game.
We're this is one of the biggest years, I think, in football and NFL football as we're seeing. I mean, you just look at the games and we're getting an opportunity now to potentially witness more history if he stays on this path. I think they have a football team that can do it. He certainly has a coordinator and Coach McVay who loves him, who wants to get him to football. Hey, at the end of the year, we'll see.
And a quarterback, too. Stafford must be looking around saying, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
That Miller's now Vaughn's on the team. Like he's part of an aggressive team
Another
that just
star.
keeps adding. It's remarkable to say this about a quarterback in the NFL, certainly of Stafford's stature, but I don't feel like it's all on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it kind of is, we know it is.
I agree.
But I just don't get the sense like it's all on him.
Right. I'll agree. I totally agree. And with Henderson in the backfield, again, with Sony Michel, the wide receiver, the tight end, Higbee.
Right.
Solid offensive line. Whitworth, one of our better leaders in all of football, and certainly on this team. And he's just plays at a high level, and he's been doing it for so long. No, I don't think he has to. But what I do like is if we're down in the fourth quarter, we know we got a guy that can bring us back. Not only bring us back and win.
Mm-hmm.
If we got a pocket passer, a guy that can stand in the pocket, he's tough.
Mm-hmm.
He's reliable. He's a winner. And when you're coupled with other guys that have that same mentality, you don't have to feel like you have to do it all, but you do have to do your part. And I think Matthew Stafford will do that all year long and more.
Torry Holt here on the Rich Eisen Show. I just put you as part of the paparazzi for a hot minute here, even though, we're from afar. Do you have any sense of what's going on with Odell Beckham?
I don't.
Or any sense of what could be possibly going on?
I was talking to my buddy Corey the other day, and I think Odell still has it.
What gives you that sense? What gets you that? Just the general sense that you don't lose it?
Yeah, just watching him. Just watching him. I had an opportunity to watch that tape that his pops put out, and just watching how he moved around. I mean, there was times in there where he was, where he's open. But it's just not he and the quarterback are just not connecting. They're just not on one accord right now.
Right.
But I don't think it has anything to do with Odell's ability. I don't think he's lost it yet. It's just he just needs the ball, like most receivers do.
Could we have ever put a video together that long of the number of times you were open and Kurt didn't hit you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
we could have done that.
Yeah. But that's part of the game. But the read may not be you initially, but you still got to run to win, because eventually you're going to get the ball. It's going to come back to you. You got eyes in the sky to see in the field as well. So it happens. I think Odell is a fantastic player. So we'll see what comes next with him. I know there's plenty of teams that probably would love to have him.
Yeah, exactly right. And again, like we're all kind of guessing as to what's what, but your sense again of even just watching the film that his father put out, that he still has big game ability, like Odell. Classic Odell ability, or what do you think? Can you tell?
I think there's some moments we'll see classic Odell Beckham ability, yeah. But when you have those injuries, that takes a toll on you. And he's coming back from injury. Certainly, I don't know. I wouldn't say if he quite had that pop that he once had, but I think there's still enough ability there to win consistently. You got to put it in his hands. Once you put the ball in his hands, we'll see if he still has that kind of big play ability. He's just not getting enough in his hands in Cleveland.
So then which team concerns you the most to stand in the way of the Rams getting to where they clearly feel they can get and have pushed every chip to the center of the table, a la Jim Fossil back in the day, to go all in?
Well, this still is football. I mean, so you still got to show up on Sunday.
Yes.
So I would say right now everybody ahead of them, because what they're about to experience, and they're already experiencing, they're going to get everybody's best. So it's playoff, Super Bowl kind of mentality every week.
How tough is that?
Rams. It's tough. It's tough, but it's that's our job. That's what you're here to do.
Right.
You're here to come and win and have success and have that kind of expectations on you. This is the pros. So that's going to be one of the challenges. But again, because of the way they're built, their culture, their players, best player on that team is Aaron Donald. He sets the tempo, the tone, in my opinion, for what they do as a team. And he's your best player. He's your hardest working player. And he's one of your more humblest players on your team. So it's about work. It's about getting to a championship. He wants that. He's been the most dominant player in the league, Rich, for a very long time. He wants a championship. a lot of the rest of those guys also want a championship on their team. So they know what they have to do to get there. They've been there and they know what they have to do to get back. Not only get back, but to seal it. And then bringing someone like Von Miller on board, who I think will be motivated to play. He just said it. I just left from a 4-4 team and woke up 7-1. You can't tell me he ain't motivated with another opportunity to win his second Super Bowl. So they got to get ready for everybody, but I think they are also ready to take on everybody.
How crazy is it, Torry Holt, that the guy who could be standing in their way is Tom Brady?
Yeah.
A guy who denied you a second.
Yeah.
If I'd walked up to you that night in the Superdome in that February of 2002 and said, you know what, I know this one hurts, but it's just going to be the first of 7 for him anyway.
Yeah.
And he could, as a 44-year-old, go for his 8th.
Yeah.
What would you have said to me if I
Wow,
told you
I'd have been
that?
like, wow. That's what I would have said. I said, wow, good luck. Because it's hard, Rich, to get to the bowl. It is really, really hard to do that. And the guy has done it for so long, and he's won 7. Just the epitome of professionalism and consistency when you look at Tom Brady and what he's done. And, yeah, I mean, he could be standing in the way. But I think the Rams are prepared.
They've already beaten him?
They're prepared. They got some guys on the defensive side of the ball at corners, particularly with Jalen Ramsey, who's really good. He's very versatile. And when you look at Tampa Bay, and this is not the Rams style, but when you look at Tampa Bay, what I like what New Orleans do, New Orleans get up in their face, they challenge them, and then they get after Tommy's ass. The Rams can get after Tommy's ass. They've been able to do it, and even more so now with Von Miller, and as he continue to get acclimated with the team, and Raheem Morris and his. Think about the creativity he now has. Even more creativity he has now, bringing on a guy like Von Miller. So I think the Rams are in good shape to face anyone as they make their way through the season and try to get into the playoffs and go from there.
Well, it's great to see you, man. Before I let you go, tell me about your foundation. What's
Holt
going
Brothers
on?
Foundation, HoltBrothersFoundation.org. You can learn more about what we're doing there. We support young kids with a parent or guardian that's battling cancer. We've been doing that now this is our 21st year.
Wow.
So really excited about that. This past week, I had an opportunity to speak to some of our kids that we support. We have a program called Kids Can. Kids can still achieve and accomplish anything they want, though their parent or guardian is battling cancer. We talked to Brooklyn and Riley this week, who are graduated out of the program and now in university. So we have a Kids Can Scholarship program now. So the funds that we're able to raise, we're able to help those young folks through college to become what they want to become, Rich. And these young women and men are incredible, passionate, enthusiastic. And what I love is they're going to go and get their degree, which is, like we tell them, that's the best reward, best gift you can give your mom or dad, whichever one is battling the cancer, or the guardian is battling the cancer. That's the best reward you can give them, is be good kids and then go and pursue your dreams and what you want to do. So really excited about that. And not only that, they talk about wanting to give back to their community. That's what I love.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And
wherever they are, I tell them wherever they are,
right.
Just tap into your community a little bit. Spend a little time with the folks.
Where can people find more information? Or
HoltBrothersFoundation.org.
Terrence, right?
Yep, my brother Terrence, who played with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, sure.
He and I been doing it for years, and we're also business partners in the area. We're in the construction business, and we're helping to reshape the infrastructure in the state of North Carolina, which is really fun.
Love it.
But HoltBrothersFoundation.org is where you can find us. We want to continue doing great work. We need the support, and trust me, the support that we get is going right back into the community. And you can ask the folks in North Carolina and St. Louis around; they can attest to that.
Well, I'll tweet out whatever you need or whatever you need from me, because you helped me out with the run this year.
Absolutely.
From the NFL Legends community. That was so much fun.
That was great. And had a great opportunity to meet some incredible people, Rich. It's all.
I mean, you helped raise
you
helped raise an incredible amount of money, and then also show that you still have your stuff in the new Rams house where you ran. You still had it,
no doubt. And I will be
Torry?
Saturday. I will be at the United Way 5K and 5K run.
Okay.
Tomorrow at SoFi.
You're running?
Not tomorrow, but Saturday morning.
And you're running in it, or
I'm walking. I ain't gonna.
I would be too.
Yeah, I'm walking.
I got you.
The knees have had enough running, bro.
Well,
I'm trying to run my way into the Hall of Fame now.
I know
walk my way into the Hall of Fame.
I will say this. I will say this. On Sunday night, I mean, we showed a photograph of when Isaac went in, and there's Orlando Pace in his jacket, and Marshall in his jacket, and Kurt in his jacket, and I'm assuming they'll all be there on Sunday night as well, or best as they can get everyone together to see Isaac get his ring.
Yep.
You deserve yourself, sir, to have it, and you don't have to say a word. If you wish to, you may, but
no,
you deserve it. You
Thank
deserve
you.
it. Your numbers deserve it. Your community service deserves people giving you that extra boost if that's required. You should be in. There's some people behind you with lesser numbers, and there's some people in front of you that are already in. You are in. You should be in. And
appreciate that, man.
I look forward to the day of that actually happening.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I do hope that Kurt did the right thing and got you Michael B. Jordan.
I hope so.
as big game. Guy has big game. He should be big game. I don't know. I don't think there's anybody as me in there. There is somebody as Mooch cutting him.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Somebody
hilarious.
plays Mooch cutting him from the
Is
Packers.
that right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be awesome, man.
So thanks for coming on, Tory Holt.
Thank you, Rich. Thanks for having me, brother.
Tory Holt is right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Everybody go find out more about his foundation. What's that website? One more time.
HoltBrothersFoundation.org.
Okay, HoltBrothersFoundation.org. Everybody should let's help raise as much money for Tory
Please.
and Terrence doing what they're doing. They're doing great work in their communities. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.